All right, so that was enough dancing for me right there. That was my dance break for the morning, afternoon, night. What time is it?
Right.
Nighttime. 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 All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Madden 25 broadcast as we go through the stats of week one. What transpired in week one, what happened in week one. Don't mind my scratchy voice. The weather's killing me. It's snowing. We just had a winter storm. We're here. We're alive. We're doing well. And if we're not alive and you guys are hearing us, this is pretty interesting. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that if that is the case. But we are alive and we are here. And that's the best part of life right now. And another best part of what happened here in week one, especially the changes that are happening in a week two with a lot of different team names, because we originally started off with the Chiefs, the Lions, and the Ravens. One of the three top teams in the NFL, and it turned out to be different. The Ravens went on and sold themselves as the Paris Wizards.
Straight out of Harry Potter, by the sounds of it.
And they went to Paris, which I think is pretty dope. Who doesn't want to go to Paris? I don't.
I've always wanted to go.
I see enough photos of it. I think I'm good.
Hey, that's fair.
I'm good. And then we went on to the Raven. The Ravens switched themselves to the Paris Wizards, so no more Baltimore Ravens. And then we have the
Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs that totally sold themselves to now the San Diego Dragons. And then the Lions was like, well, I don't want to be the Lion anymore. I want to be a Black Knight. And they went to Rio de... What is it, Mason?
Rio de Janeiro, I think is how they say it.
Rio de Janeiro.
It's in Brazil.
Brazil. They went to Brazil. They said, fuck Detroit. Eminem's pissed. How does that make you feel now, Mason? I mean, Eminem's pissed.
What the fuck?
I mean, business is business, so hopefully...
Yeah, how dare you make Eminem mad, Mason?
He understands and doesn't end me in a song. So, Eminem, I'm sorry, but business had to be done.
I'm not a big Wizard of Oz fan, so I decided to leave Kansas and head on over to San Diego, California. Love the weather. New stadium.
Oh,
but the first team that did this was the Baltimore Ravens. That owner was all like, fuck Baltimore. We just lost to Kansas City. Let's go to Paris.
Why not?
So Detroit went to... Let me get this straight. Detroit went to Brazil.
Yep.
Baltimore went...
to Paris.
Oh, shit.
And Kansas stayed in the United States?
I guess so.
Hey, that's where the money is, I guess. Hey, two Super Bowl champ, two-time. Wait, how many times are they now? I know they're back-to-back now, and this could be their three-peat.
Yes.
But that's in real life NFL now. But let's go ahead and talk about Madden 25, what's going on in the MPCW franchise. And we're going to start off pretty damn well with the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And that is none other than your boy, your quarterback from the San Francisco 49ers, Brock Purdy. Brock motherfucking Purdy. And that dude he only had 9 incompletions. So he went 21-30, 275 yards, 4 passing touchdowns. He was sacked a couple times. He tried running it 4 times, but only got 2 yards. So the passing game was definitely his forte.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. And 49ers are going to be a threat this season, that I have to say, with Brock Purdy and what they're capable of doing.
Oh, absolutely.
So, what about the NFC Defensive Player of the Week there, Mason?
So coming in for the NFC Defensive Player of the Week, we have Tremaine Edmonds, a middle linebacker from the Chicago Bears. And his stat line is as followed. He had 7 tackles, 2 sacks, and 1 interception.
Man, and he had an INT? Heck
Yep,
yeah.
sir.
That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. You know, that right there. He's going to be a threat to be reckoned with on the Chicago Bears, and everyone needs to kind of stay away from him. Throwing that ball, running near him, pretend he's not there.
Right. He's a ghost. You
He's
can't
a
see
ghost.
him.
He's John Cena. John Cena. Now, the AFC Offensive Player of the Week goes to, of course, the Miami Dolphins receiver, Tyreek Hill. What a shock. That dude had 11 catches, 140 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. That's one way to kick off a season opener. One absolute perfect way to definitely start that. What about the defensive side of things, Mason?
We have Mr. Pratt from the Bengals with 12 tackles.
That's got to be a banger right there.
And 1 sack. And if my memory serves me well, the Dragons face off against the Bengals, don't they?
That is true. So definitely the Dragons going to have to keep an eye on Mr. Pratt over here and stay away from him, as he's all over the field already with 12 tackles to start off the season. So, you know, definitely a great way to kick it off.
He's trying to show you.
Awesome. You know, but before we go ahead and talk about the other, we are going to talk about the other stats. We're actually going to scroll down to passing leaders. Now, the NFL passing leader doesn't shock me right now. I mean, there's top 3. So right now in third place is the Buffalo Bills quarterback, Josh Allen. Josh Allen had 285 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Good game. Good start-off game for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen really killed it. Now, the one in second place is Anthony Richardson from the Colts with 286 yards, so only a yard difference, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. How is he second place?
It's a good question.
Very good question. And that's kind of what gets me with these stats. But running in first, Dak Prescott from the Dallas Cowboys, 299 yards, almost hitting 300, a touchdown, an interception, and over 70% completion.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was on his mark, ready to kick ass and do what he does. Except he loves to choke in the playoffs. So does Josh Allen. We're not going to talk about that. Now, before we run into the rushing lead, which I'll give that part to Mason. I'm going to talk about the quarterback with the most interceptions.
He had it on the couch. I haven't seen it.
You know,
No, I don't know what he did with it.
You know, right now with the quarterback with the most interceptions, Matthew Stafford from the St. Louis Rams with 5 thrown interceptions, brought to you by this guy right here.
Shit. No, I can't see.
Thank you.
5 INTs to start off with a quarterback. That sucks. Good for you. Good for them. But not for Matthew Stafford.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Already, my brother, I'm going to have you take it away with the rushing aspect.
Alrighty. So your top three rushers after week 1. Sitting at number 1, Khalil Herbert.
Actually,
He had
third.
9.
It goes from third, second, then first.
He had 9 rushing attempts, 134 yards, and 1 touchdown. So not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad. With a 14.9 average.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And in second, you have Jameson Williams of the Denver Broncos at 18 attempts, 143 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
And then
that's
sitting
gotta
at,
be good for being a Denver Bronco fan.
but unfortunately, my heart lives in Brazil with the Black Knights, so and holding off the number 1 rushing spot from the Black Knights, formerly known as the Detroit Lions, Mr. Jahmyr Gibbs, with 28 attempts for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, that's almost 200 yards right there.
Absolutely.
That's almost 200 yards. That's really impressive to start it off. Now let's talk about the sacks for a second, which kind of makes me laugh because they're in Brazil, so they're with the Black Knights, but Marcus Davenport with 3 sacks to start off the season. Yeah, he's all over the place already.
He was hungry.
He was definitely hungry. Either that or the Rams were not on their A game at all.
No.
But why don't we go on and talk about the team standings here? So what I'm gonna have you do, my brother, is let's see. We're gonna start off with the AFC East, and it seems like the Patriots and Bills are both 1-0, and the other 2 teams are definitely 0-1. So right now it's the Patriots or the Bills. The AFC West, Chargers is the only team 0-1. So the rest of the people in that division already got a dub. Chargers are left out without a dub. Kind of sucks. In the AFC South, we have Texas and the Jaguars, both 1-0. Now, are you ready for this fun fact?
What's that?
AFC North, all teams are 0-1.
Wow.
What a way to start.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, for sure.
Now, the NFC side of things.
Okay.
NFC South, we have the Saints and Falcons 1-0, and the other 2 teams are 0-1. Now, the NFC North, we have the Black Knights and the Bears sitting at 1-0. What do you think about the Bears?
I mean, they got Caleb Williams. He's a rookie. He can show potential, but at the same time, it's his first year in the league.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot different. So it's going to be interesting, to say the least.
Oh, I definitely 100% agree.
Can't wait for that matchup.
Oh, I definitely can't wait to watch that matchup. Definitely cannot wait. Oh, man. You should let me know. Like, if you ever do your game when I'm around, let me know. I'll hook up a StreamYard for that shit. But, but let's go ahead and take a look at. I lost my place. Hold on. There I am. Let's go look at the NFC North. The NFC North. Wait, I already said that. I already talked about that. Where are my other fucking stats? Oh, here they are. NFC East. All teams start off 1-0. So anyone in the NFC East, all the teams are kicking off the season pretty damn well.
All right, absolutely.
Now the NFC West, the 49ers are the only team right now 1-0.
Somebody had to do something right.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's it for all the standings or all the team records right now and all the stats. Now it's time for predictions.
Let's do it.
No, absolutely. So, our rated top 5 games are as follow. 49ers and Vikings. I'm going to go with the 49ers.
I'm going Vikings on this one.
I really do think Brock Purdy is going to have another fantastic game. He's going to be able to pass it to his weapons that he has. And the defense is going to be able to stop the ball. Why do you think the Vikings are going to win?
I mean, it's going to be a close game for sure. Division rivals.
Uh-oh. Something happened to Mr. Mason. Right now we are kind of waiting to see what is happening. To see if Mason is okay. Looks like we lost some. Oh, it's buffering. Oh. Looks like we're running into some technical difficulties with Mr. Mason Stevens. I hear him. I just don't see him. There we go. There's Mr. Mason. I blame MPCW Productions. Can you hear me? I take it he cannot hear me.
Don't know what's going on.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. All right. As we are waiting for Mr. Mason to come back, right now we are talking about the predictions going into week 2. So if there's anyone watching right now, 49ers or Vikings, comment below 49ers or Vikings. What up, my brother?
Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties.
You're good, my brother. I just asked the crowd right now, comment winner, 49ers versus Vikings, who win, so we'll see. Now, as you were saying, why do you think the Vikings are going to win?
Well, like I was saying, it is definitely going to be a good game. Division rivals, obviously, they always show up. But I think the Vikings are just going to want it a little bit more than the 49ers are.
Yep. I mean, I guess we'll see Sam Darnold out there. They still got Jefferson with the Gritty King over there. So I guess we'll see. It's going to be one hell of a game. I wish I could sit back and actually watch the CPU games. That would be pretty interesting just to sit back and kind of watch. But what can you say? It is what it is. I guess we will see who walks out the winner between 49ers or the Vikings. Now, for game number 2, we got Wizards versus the Raiders. Now, so we already got somebody saying the 49ers. Definitely. They're not a big football. They don't watch a lot of football, but they're going to go with the 49ers. Seems kind of right. Good choice. So we got the Wizards taking on the Raiders. Now, I'm going to go with the Wizards. I'm not going to be biased. I just went up against them like literally last week in week 1. I barely walked out with a victory. But we got the victory. We got what we needed to do. And man, this weather's kicking my ass, but it's okay. I'm here to push through. So we got the Wizards taking on the Raiders. Like I said, I'm going to go with the Wizards on this one. What do you think?
I'm going to go with the Raiders, and that is only because, like you just said, you had just beaten the Wizards. So maybe
Wizard time.
Maybe they'll carry that emotion.
What do you mean I can't do this on set? It's my company. Bitches. Anyways, go ahead.
But maybe they'll take that emotion of losing week 1 and carry it into week 2, giving the Raiders the upper hand.
Yep. If you see smoke coming out of my mouth, it's not because I was smoking.
Because we're talking about Wizards.
Yep. Oh, goddamn. I blame you. You did that to me. All right, so we got Wizards. Wait, we already talked about that. Wizards and the Raiders. Now, the journalist to talk about the first game between 49ers and Vikings, she's going to go with the Vikings. She's going to go with the Raiders on this one as well. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see who really walks out the winner of those two. The third match we got, which is a match that I can't choose because I would be obviously picking myself. So we are going to go with either the Dragons or the Bengals. And like I said, I can't really give out an answer, but Mason, who do you think's walking out the winners?
I'm going with the Dragons on this one. They're riding that week 1 victory. It was very close, very good game by both teams. But, I think they're going to carry that momentum into a week 2 win.
Absolutely. The way that I'm going to approach this, Joe Burrow's in there, and I got to really figure out, the way that Madden does this with you're a dick. But with that now I lost my train of thought. Listen, I'm just gonna kick the Bengals' ass, okay?
Oh my god.
Let's move
I'm
on.
sorry.
But the journalist is also picking the Dragons as well. So San Diego Dragons. Whoop whoop. All my juggalos out there. But why don't we talk about game number 4? We got the Buccaneers taking on the Black Knights. Now, obviously, you can't choose.
Even though we
already have the crowd going Dragons. They're loving it. Even on people on Facebook commenting Dragons, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it all transpires on that. But you obviously went with me, so I'm obviously going to choose you, bro. I have to go with the Black Knights. I really hope that you can keep the quarterback interceptions low because we kind of want to try to catch up to, but I had a goal of mine that between my cornerbacks that they would get 10 interceptions. I'm like, if you set that as one of your goals, you would easily accomplish that in like 2 games.
Yeah.
You play that backfield. Wait, pause. You really play good man to man. Wait, pause. You know what? You're just good at covering men.
Mason
Wait, no.
D. Fence.
That deserves a moment of silence. Yep.
What?
Thank you, Dawson, for letting me know that you think the 49ers are going to win, that was the first team. Now, what about the other teams I mentioned, my brother? That would be great. Thank you, Dawson, though, for picking the 49ers that we discussed like 10 minutes ago. Much love.
Yeah, Dawson.
You know, and obviously the journalist also chose the Black Knights. So now let's talk about that last game, a divisional matchup, the Buffalo Bills or the Miami Dolphins. I hate the Dolphins. I hate the Bills, but I kind of could just because I'm a Jets fan, but which I hate the Jets too. Yeah, that's how I feel every time I watch a Jets game. Exactly how I feel. But I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills. I hear enough about them. Go Josh Allen. Let's go. What do you think?
I'm going Bills. I mean, again, another divisional game.
They could keep their snow though.
Yeah.
Keep their snow, yes.
But we all know how Buffalo is during the regular season. They're an offensive powerhouse, and then they just had bad luck in the playoffs. But
they choke like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe they. No, they just have to make the playoffs to choke in the playoffs. There's a problem with that. Listen, we were Super Bowl III champions.
I can't hear you.
Bitch.
Wait,
I thought you said you couldn't hear me. But we're definitely going to go with the Buffalo Bills. And even the journalist also picked the Bills. Clean sweep. I promise next week my voice is going to be a lot better, a lot more enthused, but this weather fucking sucks. So, let me grab a drink of water so I can do this little outro here. I definitely appreciate everyone that's coming in and tuning in, even those people that watch later on. I definitely appreciate it. And just keep sharing the video, sharing the page, letting everyone know about us, because that's the only way we're going to be able to succeed as a community, as a family. Let's just keep pushing. Thank you all. God bless. Whoop, whoop. See y'all till next time. Enjoy week 2, motherfuckers. If you don't, fuck the fuck off, motherfuckers. I am through puberty. I just grew a hair on my nutsack.
Wow.